TikTok and you guys gave me some really good questions and a lot of them as well. So let's get into this video. Okay, so the first question is, when did you get your horses? So Rocket we got when he was 1 year old and I was 2 years old, so we've had him for 17 years now. Vinny we got in 2012 I think, so we've had him 8 years, and Strawberry we only got in January, so we've nearly had her 6 months. How did you get into horses? Well, my mum has had horses ever since she was 9 years old, so I was born into it. She had 2 horses when I was born, then one passed away literally just after I was born, and then we only had one. And then when I was 2 years old, my mum then got Rocket, and yeah, it's kind of gone on from there really. How did you come up with your horses' names? Well, obviously we got Rocket as a foal, and so we got to name him, and his show name was Duke's Hill Icon, so there wasn't really any name we could get from there. But when we brought him back from the sales where we got him, we put him out in the field. My brother actually named him, and he was running around in the field like completely going bonkers. So my brother said, should we call him Rocket? And it just stuck from there. And to be fair, it does suit him. And with Vinny and Strawberry, they already came with their names, because Vinny we got when he was 6, and Strawberry we got obviously only a few months ago. But Vinny came from his show name, which is Portmore Invincible. So they took the Vince part, like from Invincible, to make Vinny. And then Strawberry's show name is Nerex Strawberry Shortcake, so they just got it from there. What discipline would you do if you didn't do mounted games? Well, I've done a lot of disciplines since I've been running. So I started off with showing, I've done dressage, I've done show jumping, I've done cross country, eventing, I've done all of that. And it never really stuck. Like, I did it for a few years and I never really enjoyed it like I did mounted games. But a discipline I really wanted to try, and I think I would get into if I didn't have mounted games, would be polo cross. Like, I've seen it when I went to Pony Club Nationals, and it just looks so fun. What do you want to do with your ponies in the future? Okay, so well, with Rocket, I've already done a lot. He's taken me to Pony Club Nationals, we started MGA, we've done British individuals, world pairs, and I think for him, I'm planning on doing world individuals this year, and I really want to do European individuals next year with him. So they're my main big plans for him. But then in the future, because he's 18 now, we'll probably slow him down a bit. My friend's got some kids who are on their way into under 12, so in a few years time, maybe 3 or 4 years time, he'll go out and do under 12s and under 14s, whilst I'm on Strawberry doing opens. And then Vinny isn't really doing much. He just likes to be loved. Like, he's not fussed about competing, but I'm hoping that will get someone to either like loan him or share him or something like that, and just enjoy and have fun with him, because that's all he really enjoys, to be honest. Like, maybe do lots of jumping and fun like that. And then Strawberry, I'm planning to like completely train her up, and then she'll be my new main pony once Rocket needs to slow down. And my aim with her is to try and trial for the England team and try and get in. But I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed that happens, but that's my aim with her. How to save up for a pony? Well, I say the best way, like, it's hard to do it, like, if you want to get a pony next week, then, like, you won't be able to save up any money, but the best way to do it, if you're planning it in, like, a few months' time, something is so say if you're working full-time or something like that, when you get your wages in, put a certain amount of money aside a month. So let's say you're earning £600, you put £300 aside, and then let it build up until you can afford your own pony. That's probably the best way to do it, and that's how I did it. Advice for a fellow YouTuber. Well, to be honest, I'm very new to YouTube. Like, this is only my 4th video, and I haven't got 100 subscribers or anything like that yet. And but I think the best way to like do YouTube is to just post stuff you enjoy. Like, don't even think about views or likes or any of that kind of stuff. Just post what you enjoy, and like just be happy and enjoy it, and hope it's a luck of the draw, really. So like, you'll either become really popular or you won't. But if you want to post stuff on YouTube, just post what you enjoy, and then that's all you can do, really. What mounted games achievements are you most proud of? Okay, so I've got a few. So probably one of my first ones would be getting to Pony Club Nationals when I was younger, because I was like really excited for that, because our Pony Club had never done it before. Got that far in mounted games, so that was a great achievement. Then seeing Rocket get chosen to ride at World Teams by the USA trainer himself, and then going to watch him out there, it just made me feel so proud, because I've trained him myself, and that's the level he got to. Like, it just makes me so proud. And then probably doing quite well at World Pairs and British individuals, especially in Opens. I was quite happy with that too, and being invited to compete in the USA and flying over there for 2 weeks to ride, that was insane. That was an unbelievable experience, and I really want to do that again. When did you first start mounted games, and why? Well, I started mounted games when I first joined Pony Club, so that was probably 12 years ago or 13 years ago or something. And it was run every Saturday, so it was a good like place to just get out somewhere, as I was still on the lead rein when I joined. But when we first started, Rocket was extremely scared of everything, so we decided like not to do it on him, and I just borrowed some ponies because I really loved it. Like, it was the one thing like I just really clicked with, and I had to go to training every Saturday. Like, I hated missing one. I never missed a single training ever since I started, and luckily I was lucky enough to borrow ponies to still be able to do it, and then brought Rocket back, and this is where we are now. I just loved it. It was the one thing I just enjoyed. How did you learn to vault? I think I did say this in my vaulting tutorial that I posted not long ago. So when I first joined Pony Club and was doing mounted games, when I was up to like, I think maybe last year junior and first year senior time, my trainer would get our ponies in the lunge and trot us around in a circle and just get us like constantly running around, like practicing our jumping and vaulting on that way, because on the circle the pony leans slightly, so it gives you that bit of an advantage getting the saddle, so you're not as high. I also started, like, I did like a standing vault where it was like a wiggle one, where you like pull yourself up on the saddle and wiggle yourself in. That was the first one I learned, and I didn't actually learn to do a running vault until probably seniors. I did do swing vaults, because Rocket was so quick that I wasn't quite quick enough to do a running vault, so I did a swing one as he turned around me. How long have you been doing games for? So I'm 19 now, started when I was 7. Sorry, my maths is awful. So 12 years. I've been doing mounted games for 12 years. How did you get into mounted games? Obviously, like as I said, I got into mounted games through Pony Club, and I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, sadly, I didn't hear about MGA until later on. Like, I wish I could have started it sooner, because I feel like I would have just jumped on that straight away, because I just enjoyed it so much. Why did you decide to get Strawberry as a project pony? Well, I didn't get Strawberry as a project pony. I bought her to train up and for me to ride her in the future. Like, I don't I don't do all the buying and selling of ponies. If I have a pony, it's usually to stick for life, and I decided that I wanted Strawberry to train up now whilst I'm still riding Rocket, so that when it comes to when Rocket needs to go to lower age groups, because opens is really tough for him as he's so little, that it gives me a good amount of time to not be able to rush into training her, so I can put as much time as possible, because I've got probably about another 3 years with Rocket, I reckon, so it just gives her plenty of time to just slowly get into it and not rush her at all. Are you doing John Scott's Championships or European Pairs? I am going to European Pairs, which is a struck competition, and if you guys didn't know, I am a struck ambassador, so if you want to go follow them on Instagram, I tag them in a lot of posts that I post on Instagram, so go follow them. They post amazing pictures. Their competitions are run really well, always on time, even finishing early, and they're just very welcoming and very helpful with new ponies, new combinations and novice ponies. Favourite race and why? Okay, so I think my favourite race is actually Hoopla, because you can either vault or you can either scoop off a floor, and I love doing both, so having the option to do either or is great. But I also do like two mug, and I do like litter as well, especially when you can do it just like so fast on your turns doing the scoops and the flyers. I love that as well. They're my top 3 favourite races. How old is Strawberry? Strawberry was 12 in April. Yeah, I think that's all to say for that one. Have you ever had haters, and how do you deal with them? On TikTok, I have had a few haters, but usually the best way to deal with them is to either just ignore their comment, because usually they do like to have a reaction from you. But sometimes, like if they're say making up lies or accusing you of something you didn't do, sometimes like a short, sharp one-liner can like just shut them up straight away. So I either just completely ignore them or just run. What is your least favourite race? Okay, like usually I love doing every race, like there isn't usually a race where I don't like, but one race where it's like read out on the turnaway is the next race, and I just think, ugh, it's pony pairs, but only because like, because I'm on Rocket, like he's much smaller than the rest of the ponies, and sometimes it is hard to keep up with them or if they're messing about, but I usually like to go last if I'm doing it, so I need to do one run. Like usually I'm put in the middle, and it's just all the then turning at the line back up to go up again. It just pains me. It's the race that I just don't like. I'm not too keen on bank either, but that's just because Rocket's scared of it. Like we've gotten better, and he does stand by it, but before he just will not go up to it, and it just became a real pain in my life. How long did it take you to vault? So when I first started games, I was getting taught the wiggle vault, which is the one where you literally just stand by the side of the pony, you jump up to the saddle and just pull and wiggle yourself on. That's what I did for a few years, and then when I got into like just first year seniors, I did learn to do a bit of a running vault on the ponies I borrowed, because they usually stay quite steady. And then I did a swing vault with Rocket, because he was way too quick for the vault. Like when I was younger, like I couldn't keep up at that point, so I just swung vault him for a few years, and then in 2016 is when I learnt to do the running vault. So it kind of varies with what vault you want to do. So like over the years I've done like a number of different vaults. So if you're talking about running vault, my process for the running vault was much longer than it was for like maybe a swing vault. So, but yeah, it took a few years to get the vault. How old were you when you started games? I was 7 and still on the lead rein because Rocket was just petrified of the equipment. So I had to stay on the lead rein for stuff like that. I did stay on the lead rein at Pony Club a lot longer than other people, but that's because Rocket was a bit more difficult back then. But yeah. How old are your horses? Okay, so Rocket is 18 now, so he's getting on a bit, but he's in his prime at the moment. And to be fair, he acts a lot younger than what he is, to be honest. I've had that from a few people. Vinny, he's 13, he turned 13 last month. But because he was backed late, so in his like riding career, he's not 13, he's probably only about like 9 or 10. So he can be a bit green at times because he was only broken at 5, I think, or 5 or 6. So yeah, he's kind of like got a bit of a baby mind when it comes to riding, and Strawberry's 12. What is your worst fail? Okay, I have had a few of these fails. Some I haven't got on video, but some I do. So one of them was when I made a mistake in 2 mug, and I went to scoop it off the floor, and instead of turning around me, Rocket just went straight, and I was expecting him to turn, so I just looked like I'm diving out the side door for no reason and just hit the ground. So that one was quite funny. And then another one was at Welsh Pairs, which I do have on video, and I think a lot of you have seen, is when I've made a mistake in association, I've stacked it back and went to vault, and I just completely missed a stride in, don't get on, and literally face plant into the sand. That one's pretty good. And I've had a few with Strawberry as well, where but I haven't caught on video. One I did, I was doing, I think, mug changes at a Pony Club competition, and we were coming down straight, and she suddenly just decided to think that she was bending. So as I was coming to put down one of the mugs, she decided to weave round the pole. So I then had to I managed to curve my hand over to put the mug on, but the pole just went straight over, which is so unfair, because it would have been brilliant because I got the mug at the end as well. So that was a shame. And she's done that at the training individuals as well, where she just gets a little bit confused. It is really funny. And then I didn't get this one caught on video either, but I was doing tyre on her at the last competition, and I got through. She was brilliant, and I got her in line for the vault, but literally as soon as I went to pull on her mane to jump, my hand slipped out the mane, and obviously she's got really thin mane, and she went, and I just couldn't get my hand back up on the rein to tell her to stop, and I just fell to the floor. Yeah, it was funny to watch, and I'm gutted I didn't have it on video. What colours do you like best on Rocket and Strawberry? Okay, so their colour schemes, so Rocket is green and blue and Strawberry's yellow and blue. So both of them suit blue, and Strawberry does suit yellow. And usually red doesn't suit a chestnut, but when you mix it with yellow, it actually looks really good on her. That's why my new reins, they looked really nice on her. And then Rocket also suits red, and does sometimes suit green as well. But yeah, blue is definitely the colour I like on them both the most. What age did you start riding? I started riding when I was 2 years old, but only in the lead rein, because my mum was getting ready to start lead rein showing when I was 3 to compete. So obviously Rocket was too young to ride, but at the yard we were at, there was a pony I could do lead rein on until he was ready. So I think my mum told me that I learnt my up downs in trot really quickly, and I think I learnt them when I was about 2 or 3. so I was quite a quick learner. So yeah, I started when I was 2 years old. How long have you done MJ? Okay, so I didn't know about MJ until my last year of Pony Club, and I dedicated that year to Pony Club because I get into champs again, and then I joined at the end of 2016 and did some winter pairs, and then my first season was 2017, so this would have been my 4th season, so I haven't been doing it that long. I joined when I was in the 2nd year of under 17s. I wish I joined sooner and learned about it sooner, but unfortunately it was meant to be. But I'm glad I joined it now, so I've made loads of friends and I just really enjoy it. And to be honest, I don't think I'd still be riding if I didn't have MGA or Mountain Games. It's the only thing I really love, to be honest. Nothing else really speaks to me, so I'm really happy I've got MGA. Biggest MGA achievement? I haven't had many MJ achievements just because I haven't been doing it long enough for me to do anything that big, but I was really proud of World Pairs. We were in the C final, me and my partner, and we came 21st overall in the world, and we weren't far off from the semi-finals either, so that was really that was something I was really proud of. And British individuals, I did British individuals the year before and it didn't really go very well for me and Rocket, so I did it next year in Opens, and I didn't think I really stood a chance, but Rocket rode his little heart out and we came 23rd, and there was only like 5 points difference between me and the semi-final, so we were, in matter of fact, we were really close. So I was happy with that. I think they're my biggest achievements. Oh, and obviously going to America to compete, that was huge. How do you deal with strong, over-dramatic games ponies? Well, to be honest, it depends on the pony, because this describes Strawberry so much. Like, she isn't like strong, so I can stop her, but she does look it, but she can over-dramatise things as well. But it does depend on the pony, because you see, sometimes you say you put like a stronger bit in them, but sometimes they don't always like that. Like Strawberry's very soft mouth, so I can't have too strong of a bit in her. So like it all just depends on the pony. Like some ponies don't like standing martingales because usually that's what you would use on a really strong pony. Like some of them will fight it more. And it just solely depends on your pony, what they like and what they dislike, and what Leah like to ride as well. Because sometimes, if that's the way they ride, there isn't much you can change. You just kind of got to like learn how to ride it. Because Rocket is so flat and straightforward, whereas Strawberry's a lot more bouncy and bendy. So I have to change the way I ride to suit her, and then ride Rocket in a completely different way. So it just depends on what your pony's like, in my opinion. Do you want more horses and ponies? Ideally, like yes, like in the future, what I'd ideally like to do is like train and then sell mounted games ponies to like to people, but I don't think that could happen unless like you have your own land or anything, because like I'm in livery at the moment, and like just paying that it can be costly. So I think it can only be done if you have your own land. But I mean, in the future, like when I have like my own kids, I'd like one of them to do mounted games, so I'd have to have a pony for them and probably a pony for myself as well. So in the future I will have more ponies, but I'm not planning on having any more like now. I'm happy with the 3 we've got. And the last question, what team are you riding for this year? I am riding for Hertfordshire. So I was with Bedfordshire last year, but me and my friend, we decided to get her mum to be the new county rep of Hertfordshire, as there was no teams for them at all in the past couple years. So we started up Hertfordshire again, and we found our team, and yeah. So okay, so that's the end of the video now. We've covered all the questions that I've been asked on my TikTok and my Instagram. If you have any more, you can always drop them in the comment section. You can message me on Instagram at leah.mga. The link will be in the description to my TikTok and my Instagram. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want any other kind of videos, just drop them in the comment section and I'll see if I can make those videos for you. So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys soon. I see $1 billion in your eyes, even if we're strangers till we die.